Hello. So yeah, guys, I hope you must have done some practice of this web to case and email to case. So till now, if you have any issues on that, then you can just let me know. We can resolve that out. Anyone? Yeah. Okay. So let's wait for 2 minutes and we can spend like 5 or 10 minutes on some queries. If you have any, then we can start with our next day session, which is chat functionality. We are going to do some practice on email live agents and omni channels today. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Okay, so we can start now. So anyone having any doubt on email to case and web to case setup? No? Okay, fine. So we can start. Today we are going to do some practice on the chat functionality, the chat support. As you know, like we are working on Service Cloud. Service Cloud is basically focused on what? Service Cloud is focused on cases. So by any means, we can take the case from a customer. Okay, so being a customer, I can contact the agent of a company using chat functionality. I can contact them using phone. I can contact them using email. So these are the main three factors, or I can contact them using web to case, right? So these are the 3 or 4 points through which I can communicate with the service agents. So till now we have experienced email to case functionality, and we have also experienced like how does web to case work. Today we are going to work on chat support or chat functionality. Okay, so Salesforce provide us three types of chat support. So the three type of chat supports in our Salesforce organization are: first is live agent support, which is this one. The second one is omni-channel support, which is this one. We are going to study about these two today. And the third one is embedded services. We are going to study about this tomorrow in tomorrow's session. Okay, so, what are the prerequisites to enable chat? What should be the license that a user should be having to being a chat user? And what are the things that needs to set up at the Salesforce console app? So these are the things that needs to be fixed first. Okay, but before that, before we switch to the prerequisites and setting up of this live agent and omni channel, I would show you an example like how does chat work in Salesforce. Okay, for that let me log into my organization. So this is a console app, which is a sample console app. Right now I am in classic view of console app, but till now we were using the lightning view, but there is a reason I am in classic view. I will let you know soon. Okay, so this is classic view of a sample console app. This is a console app that I have created. And in here, you can see there is a button, omnichannel. Being a user, I have just logged into my system and I can see there is a button which is omnichannel. I just have to click on it and then click on offline. And from here, you can change your availability status. So right now I'm going available. That means any of the customers can contact me now using chat functionality. I am available to take some chats. Okay, and I have changed my status to available. Now, how can a customer contact me? Customers are going to visit customers are going to visit the website of our company. For example, I am a 360-degree company and I do have a website. Let's assume I have a website with name 360degreecloud.com. Okay, so this is my website, and in there I have pasted a code will be given by a developer of Salesforce. So developer of a Salesforce will generate a code, and that will be given to the IT support of our website, and IT support is going to paste that particular code on their website. Let's assume this is our 360-degree cloud website. And in there, we are going to see sales agent chat. You can see this is a hyperlink. You can click on it. But if I change the status of agent to offline. This means none of the agents in the system are available at this moment to take the chat. Okay, so you will go back to that website, which is 360degreecloud.com. You will see the status has been changed, sales agent offline chat. You cannot click on it, and you won't be able to chat with an agent because none of the agents are present. And as soon as you change the status to available, any of the agents is available, then chat status will be automatically changed, or you can just refresh the page to see the changes. You can refresh the page and see the your customer will be able to chat with the agent right now. Okay, so they can come here, they can click on this button. As soon as they click on this button, they will be asked to fill some basic details. They will be asked to some fill basic details. Let's assume Vipul Jaswal, Vipul at issue is, let's assume, service chat testing in seminar. Okay, this is the issue. As soon as I click on chat now button, by the way, that page that on which we filled some details, that is a custom Visualforce page that has been created in the system. Okay, so as soon as I click on chat now, you will see agent will see a pop-up here. They will be asked to accept a chat. They can accept it, or they can just ignore it, and they won't work it. So as soon as they click on accept, a new window will be opened, and here you will see agent hasn't typed anything, but from agent's view, a message has been automatically sent to the customer. This is known as welcome message. Okay, so we can definitely set it up. I will definitely show you how to do all these things, but this is a simple example. So as soon as customers start typing, started typing, but you will see the customer hasn't sent it, but agent can see it as they type. Customer will be able to see it, right? So this is known as sneak peek. Before they send any message, before any of the customers send any message, agent will be able to see it, and they can respond faster, right? To increase the response time, we have Salesforce has enabled this feature, which is known as sneak peek. The feature name is sneak peek. I will tell you how to set it up. So here you can see sneak peek has been sent now. So these are the simple example of live agent. So this was live agent. Okay, so I hope you have understood this, and now we will go back to our slides, and we'll see first of all what are the prerequisites and what are the things that are required. So being a chat agent, you should be having some kind of licenses in Salesforce. Not a simple user can be a chat user. They can chat with an agent. So for a user to be a chat user, they should be having license, and the license name is, you can go back to setup, and in here you have to type in users. Just go to users and click on your user. This is my user. And here you have to give a license to user, which is chat user. If any of the users is not a chat user, for example, let's assume if I try to remove this permission, or you can say this license from Vipul Jaswal, and I go back to sample console, I change the status to online again, right? You will So this is the thing, like for enabling the chat, you should be having a chat user, and then only you will be able to chat with any of the users. So this is the required permission. So for service console app, I told you earlier, like for being a service user, you should be having service cloud user, and for a chat user, you should be having chat user license, and for a knowledge user, you should be having knowledge user license. So these are the permissions that are mandatory to experience the good features of Salesforce Service Cloud application. Okay, so you just need to enable it, chat users, and that's it. So these are the simple steps that needs to be fixed. Now we will move back to Salesforce Lightning experience. Now this is our Lightning Service Console application. To enable something before we start chatting, before we give permissions to our users to start chatting with the agents, there are some things that needs to be added on the Service Console app, right? You can see you will be able to see this button, which is omni-channel offline here, right? So this needs to be added. If you will go to your Service Console application in the developer org of yours, then you will see this button will not be there. You need to add it. Okay, so what are the things that needs to be changed to do these changes? You need to go to setup, and from setup just type in app manager, go to app manager, search for Service Console application and edit it, Service Console, and edit this application. And in here you need to go to utility items. Utility items represent this row, right? So the bottom window or bottom menu, you can say bottom menu, is known as the utility menu, and this where you can see the tabs, cases, contacts, accounts, reports, dashboards, these are known as navigation items. Okay, so cases, contacts, accounts, reports, dashboard, these are navigation items, whereas utility items represents the bottom grid of a Service Console application. So history, omni-channel, so these are the utility icons. You need to click on add utility item, then search for omni here, just click on that and add it here. So you will be able to see the this icon in the Salesforce Service Cloud Service Console application. So these are the prerequisites that needs to be done before enabling the chat, right? So now we know what is the license. Now we know what are the prerequisites. Okay, so now what is the main difference between live agent and omni-channel, right? So these are two different terms. I told you, like, there are three type of means of to communicate with agents using chat. So first one is live agent, the another one is omni-channel, and the last one is embedded services. So what is the difference between, first of all, we will consider live agent and omni-channel only. So the basic difference and the main difference between two is of the environment. Live agent is the thing that works in the classic environment, whereas omni-channel is a thing that works in the lightning environment, right? So if I will go back here, this is the lightning experience, right? And right now the chat that I showed you earlier, so this thing is set up as a live agent. I told you live agent works in the classic environment, whereas the omni-channel works in classic as well as the lightning, right? So I am in lightning right now. I will change the status of user. I'm changing the status of user to available now, right? So user is available, but if you will go back to this page, the chat button page, you will see the chat is still not active. Why? Because our setup is of live agent. It is not of omni-channel, and live agent only works in the classic environment. So if you will switch back to classic environment, you go back to classic and back to sample console. The status is available now. You go back to button, refresh the page, and see the classic view will work with live agents, whereas for omni channels the thing works with lightning as well as the classic environment. So that is the main difference between the live agent and omni channel. So if any organization is working with the classic environment, and they do not want to switch to the classic environment, in that case you must be having only two options. The first one is embedded services, which will be studied in the next session, whereas the second option is omni-channel. You cannot use live agent for that particular organization which is working on lightning experience, right? And the another difference between live agent and this omni-channel, the second difference between the two is, in live agent we cannot enable queues, right? We cannot take help from the queues, right? We can differentiate the agents on the basis of their skill set. We have to create multiple kind of skills, like you have three type of products in your system, right? First one is apparels, the second one is the grooming kits, and the third one is denims. So you will be having three type of agents who will be handling the chats on the basis of products. The first skill will be apparels. So all the agents which will be handling the apparels will be under that particular skill, and similarly second and third, right? And if you are using the live agent where the skills are being used, you cannot round robin the chats will be automatically assigned to any of the users, right? Whereas in omni channels we can take help from the queues. And as I told you earlier in the previous session, in queues we will have the ability to round robin the chats, round robin the cases will be assigned on the basis of round robin approach. Okay, now the thing comes about how to set up live agent and omni channel, right? So now we will try to set up live agent and omni channel in our system. We'll go back to setup. For that, you first of all let us study how to set up this live agent. Okay, we will go back to classic environment. I From my perspective, I consider classic as the best way to set up the chat, because in here the experience is very fine, and in lightning I feel it like a little boredom working with the lightning environment. So I switched to this classic environment, and in here first step that needs to be done is to search chat in the setup menu. From chat you can go down, and in here you need to open you need to open chat settings, then skills, then chat buttons, then chat configurations, and then the last one is deployments. Okay, so the first step is to enable the chat. This is a checkbox that needs to be checked. So this should be your first step for enabling the chat. Just click on this button and that's it. Just click on save, that's it. Your work is done. Okay, as soon as you click on it, your chat will be enabled now, and you will be able to see all those things, skills, chat buttons, configuration, and deployments. But without this being enabled, you won't be able to see any of the options. Now we will go to the second step, which is the skills. As I told you, in an organization there could be multiple kind of team members, or you can say multiple type of members who will be who will be working on multiple type of skills. Like for example, some workers will be working on the apparel, some on the grooming products, and the other one will be working on the denims, right? So on the basis of these skill sets, you need to generate a new skill. What you have to do, you need to let's create a skill for the service agent. So right now we have sales agent. Now I am creating a service agent skill set. Okay, so name could be anything. You need to add. Right now there is only one user in our system, but if there are multiple, you can select any of the users who satisfies this criteria, who are working with this service agents. Okay, just select it and move it on the right hand side. And for the profiles, you can select system admin or any of the profiles as per your requirement. So second step is done. Okay, so skill has been created. Now we have created a skill for service agents, right? Now the third step is to create a chat button. What is a chat button? Chat button is somewhat like this. This is a chat button. Okay, so you have to create a chat button, and that chat button will be pasted on your website, from where the customers are going to chat with an agent. So the third step is chat button. You have to create a new chat button. There are two type of chat buttons. The first one is chat button and another one is automated invitation. Right now we are working on chat, so we will select chat buttons, and here let's give it a name as service chat, or you can say service department. Language, I told you on the first session, if you remember, this service cloud supports the multi-language support. So to satisfy this thing, let me show you. In chat buttons we have an option that is a language, and from here you can select multiple languages as per the as per your chat area or chat region. Okay, so that is why I told you this thing, like this is a multi-language support cloud. Okay, so you can set the language as English right now. So after that, enable customer timeout. What is it? So enable customer timeout is something like, for example, you are chatting with a customer, and that customer is not responding since 5 minutes. So you can manage that time. If any customer doesn't respond to you in 5 minutes, then you can give them a warning, and after 6 minutes you can just suspend the chat. Okay, so enable customer timeout, so you can enable it. And customer timeout settings, this is a time. In here you have to give something like 360. After 6 minute, the chat will be automatically suspended, and after, let's assume, 5 minutes, we have to give them a warning, like you are not responding on this chat, and agent is waiting for your response. So you can set the time as per your requirement. Customer agent name. Okay, so if you are chatting with with a customer, or you can say with a customer, then you must show your name to the customers. Okay, so here you have to give your name, what exactly the name that you want to show to your customers. If you want to show your the exact name, that is, for example, in this organization my name is Vipul Jaswal. If you want to show your this Vipul Jaswal name to the customers, you can give merge fields here. So to select the merge field, just go to available merge fields, and from here you can select, let's assume I want to show my last name, or you can show name. Just copy it and paste it here. Auto greeting message, or you can say welcome message. Welcome message is what your agents will receive as soon as chat has been accepted by the customers. So here let's assume hello, and then I want to show the name of the visitor name. Copy it. Hello, Vipul Jaswal. I am how can I. Okay, so this is the greeting message that will be sent, that will be shown to your customer as soon as you accept their chat. So for that, hello, live agent, visitor name is customer's name. Okay, so hello, customer name is, for example, customer name is Divya. So hello Divya, I am Vipul Jaswal. Vipul Jaswal is user's name, that is my name, Vipul Jaswal. I'm Vipul Iswal. How can I help you today? So in this way, auto greeting message will be shown to the customer. After that, you will be having three or four options or five options, I guess. Three, four, five options here. So choice, list, active, most available, button skills. All those are related to live agent, whereas omni-channel is related to omni-channel part. Right now, we are working on the live agent thing. So right now I'm setting it as choice. And for choice, after selecting the choice, you need to select the skill set. I told you, like on the basis of skills, live agent works, whereas on the basis of queues, omnichannel works. So for choice, you need to select a skill. We have right now two skills. So I am going to select service agents, which is the second one that we just created. Okay, so enable queue, what it is, it doesn't mean like if you enable queue, that means queue support is there with the live agent. No, it doesn't mean that. For enabling queue means if a agent is receiving multiple chats at a time. Okay, so it is not required like at a time only one customer will be chatting with an agent. So at a time there could be multiple agents or multiple customers, and multiple customers will be somewhat like who will be waiting for the customer for the agent to respond. Okay, so to hold those customers, we enable queue, and if you do not want that, then it totally depends upon you. What should be the queue size per agent? For example, you want an agent to work on 3 chats at a time, so you can give the size as per your requirement. I'm giving it as 3 right now. So these are the things, and after that you can save it. These are the advanced part. You can just save it. Okay, as soon as you click on save button, you will see, if you will go down, you will see the Salesforce generates a code. We will be needing this code. Just copy it on your notepad. Okay, so we have just copied the code from chat, buttons, and automated invitation. We have received one code from here. We will be receiving another code as well. I will show you later on. Okay, so this was the third step, or the first step was enabling the chat, the second one was skills, and then chat buttons. Now the fourth part is to enable the chat agent configuration. What are the chat agent configurations? So chat agent configurations defines the features that are available for your support agents, additional features, or you can say. So in here, if you will go to new button, you can see we have multiple features. For example, supervisor settings. Okay, any agent can supervise the chats of its subordinates, or you can say the team members. The manager will be experiencing like how the team members are working or chatting with the customer agents. So that is known as supervisor settings. And then chat conference settings is somewhat like for example, a customer is chatting with one of the agents who is not the right person to talk to. So at a time, two agents can work on single chat. Okay, so that is chat conference settings. Chat can be transferred from one agent to another agent. That is also a feature. So all those features can be set up by the agents, and these are the settings that needs to be fixed. So right now, let us create a simple one, guys. If meeting is going to expire in 10 minutes, so after 10 minutes you can join using the same link. So let us create a agent configuration with name service department. Chat capacity, sneak peek enabled. I told you what is sneak peek. So sneak peek is a functionality where sneak peek is a functionality to increase the response time of the agents. So agents will be seeing the message before a customer has actually sent it. Okay, so if you want, then you can enable it. If you do not want, then it totally depends upon you. Request sound enabled. As soon as chat is received at the agent's end, they will be hearing some sound. So these are the some kind of notification disconnected, then they will be hearing some sound. Notifications, customer agent name, if you want to show. So for that, you can copy from here. Name, copy it down, you can paste it here. visitor name. You must be wondering, like, we have already done this thing in the chat button section, then why are we doing this here? So this is focused on users. So for example, there are multiple users, or there are multiple users working with this chat button, which is service department. Okay, so for example, if any of the agents is not under this chat agent configuration, any of the agents is not under this chat configuration, then that will be taking these settings, that is setting from the button itself. Okay, but to override the additional features, we can add some agents here. For example, for an agent, we do not want to show the name of the agent, we just want to show the last name. So this thing is going to override the chat buttons, these functionalities, or you can say these features. Okay, so chat agent configuration is the additional feature that can be added. Hello, visitor name. How are you doing? Here we have added how are you doing, whereas in here we have added I am, how can I help you today? Okay, so after that, auto away on decline. As soon as any agent rejects a chat, then their status will be changed to away, or you can say the offline will be set as their availability status. Auto away on push timeout. If any customer has not accepted a chat within some moment of the time, or you can say you have to set the time, then their status will be changed. So these are the simple stuff that you can set up as per your requirement. And the interesting one is this one, agent file transfer enabled. So we can also enable this feature. So basically, if any customer wants to send a chat, then they can send a file, then they need to enable this feature. And if they do not support any file support, then this needs to be turned as blank. So these are some simple steps. Then you need to add the user to the selected one. From here, you can select the application, or sorry, the profile. If you want to enable the supervisor settings, then supervisors settings can be also enabled here. So any agent who is under this particular customer, or you can agent, will be able to monitor the chats that are in progress right now. So subordinates can be taken into consideration using chat supervision settings. So after that, chat support or chat transfer. If, for example, right now we are working with the service agents, and the customer who has just started the chatting is not the one who seeks some kind of help from the service agents. They need some help from the sales agent. So customer, or you can say the agent, will have the ability to send a chat from service department to the sales department. So available skills this, and for example, they will be able to send a chat to the sales department after enabling it. Just save it. That's it. This is an additional step if you want, then but if you do not do this, then it's not required either. So after that, the next one is chat deployments. Chat deployments needs to be created, and this gives us a code. Service department chat window title. So what should be the chat window title? Let's assume service chat window. I will show you where this is going to show. Allow visitors to save transcripts. Transcripts means they any of the customers can now save the chat. Okay, so enable custom timeouts. Okay, so that's it. Just save it. As soon as you click on save button, you will see a code here. Just copy the code and go back to the notepad where you copied the code of chat button. Put this code under this. The deployment code is going to be under the chat button code. Okay. Now you have to do some additional steps to test the live agent. What are these? You have to add the HTML tags here. First of all, let me change the language. Now you have to add the tags. What are those? HTML is going to be the parent tag, and HTML is going to be closed at the end. So we have started the HTML tag and we are just closing the HTML tag. After that, we are going to create a body tag as well. Body tag is going to be child of HTML tag. We are closing the body tag. This is done. So after that, you can see these lines, online chat content, whereas offline chat content. So right now these are the commented. These are commented. You have to uncomment them to see something like what exactly is the status. Offline online chat content. And let me change the language here. Service department is online. Service department is offline. So I have replaced offline chat content with service department is offline, and service department online is replaced with online chat content. Now you need to save this file. Go back to the location where you want to save it. Service. Okay, now the file has been saved. Go to the location. Here you will see the type, or you can say the this extension of the file is .html. So this should be the extension. This should be the extension of the file, and then click on the file. It will open in a this Google Chrome. Go to your sample console application again. Now our chat functionality is done. So live agent, for live agent, we have set up the live agent. We are absolutely done. So this code that we just created here on Notepad, if you want to share the code with the with your client, then you just need to copy this code from 3rd line to 12th line, and you just need to pass this code to your client, and rest they will take care of everything. They will paste this code on their website, and that's it. Okay.